what I was saying though basically is I don't feel like there's no. I watched a lot of podcasts and a lot of interviews from people that are out, doing, nice, but nobody got that fire. You know what I'm saying? Philly got
Right.
Gilly, Miami got Nori, which is still New York. California, they got LA Leakers and people like that. But I'm like, the Bay ain't got nothing. So this could be a small platform inside of a what I consider a big platform, which is yours. That can be something that really start having guests from the Bay come on and get that Drink Champs love. Cause I hate when they say give a nigga flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to find another way to give
Right.
some credit. But basically, but I do appreciate how they podcast is really about just talking about positivity and asking questions that no one is asking. So I favor that.
Right.
And the other side don't have that. They're trying, but the people that they hire to try to
Yeah.
carry out these tasks are not. They're not doing homework, and they're what I'm saying. It's just obvious.
Yeah.
So that's where
Man.
that's where I come in, and that's why what I'm saying it definitely has to go through the compass. And while we're on that subject, I want everybody to know, what I mean, this episode is sponsored by BayAreaCompass. Let everybody know where they can find the
Yeah.
compass at.
For real. Man, they can find us on anywhere. Just Google Bay Area Compass and all the links will follow up, man. And all everything will pop up from pictures to images to videos to the links where you can get us on YouTube, where you can subscribe, where you can listen to all the dope music, artists, interviews. Man, the whole line when it comes to Bay Area, man. And the Bay Area is all the way from San Jose, all the way down to Vallejo, and then the people are still getting static off of bringing up 916 and the 209. And you know what's crazy is we're the ones that actually started that. If you go to Bay Area Compass blog spot, we had the 209 and 916.
Hey,
Now
I
people
was
are getting
there.
mad.
I was
Yeah,
there. I know.
yeah.
All true. All
So and
true.
it right and it. Oh man, everything I speak is facts. But man, yeah, you could just Google it. Nowadays, you don't even have to put the www.nothing.com, nothing. Just put Bay Area Compass and we pop up. We there for you. You know what I'm saying? We're there for the people. We're there for the movement. We're there for the struggle, bro. Like, for real. And I can't stress the fact, though, man, that we are here to help, bro. I'm not tripping off this, who does this and who does that. Like, people always ask me, oh, did you see what they just posted? I was like, nah, I don't even pay attention to them cats, bro. Like,
Man,
I don't pay it. Yeah, I don't pay attention to the other sites because no one does it the way I do it, bro. No one really does it the way I do it. And when you send in and submit your music, like the other day, I just had some artist submit his video and he thought I was going to put it on the site, but I'm like, but when you submit your music, I'm gonna put it on YouTube. I'm gonna put it on SoundCloud. I'm gonna put it on any outlet that I can to get your music heard. He didn't want that. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like,
yeah, he's been
why are we
brainwashed to
restricting
think that it should
ourselves?
be in this certain way to get the most out of it, and he don't have podcasts like this
Yeah,
to tell him that we are in a new age and a new Delta and Lexus. That's what One thing, the common denominator between me and you, excuse me, is we are ahead of our time. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
We ahead of our time in the sense of we ain't focused on what's going on tomorrow. We focused on what's going on 4 to 5 years from now. You know what I'm saying? That's the art of life.
man,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
And you know what's crazy? I had
Yeah,
these
go ahead, go ahead.
conversations, bro, with no, I had this conversation with I forget what artist it was. He was from the 925 area, dope artist. But I remember they were saying, I'm about to press up. These are going to be available on CDs. And I told this man, CDs are no longer needed no more in this world, bro. We're going to digital, and it's a digital movement now. He ended up pushing his music on CDs. I'm not saying not to, but look at where we're at now. You know what I mean? And this was about probably 6 years, 7, maybe 10 years later. I kept telling the world, but CDs are obsolete. But we all used to rip CDs, go and put CDs on this and that. But it's all gone now. That's just collector items, bro. People only print those, like Burner only prints those to add them to a gift bag or, but don't get me wrong. There's still those that like to buy the CDs just because they like the craft in it. The artwork and the booklets are dope, but very minimal now. You know what I mean? Everything is digital now, bro. Emails. I can send it to you via text. I can go into a room or an auditorium and see this. What do they call it? On iPhones, where You can send the airdrops or the drop airs, and you can sit there and activate your shit and see how many people has theirs active, and send them all your music right there, but instantly. These motherfuckers gonna accept that. Why? Because the world loves clicking on shit. You feel me? They love clicking on stuff, bro. So the point I'm trying to get to is don't restrict yourself. Don't restrict yourself by trying to keep on to whatever you have on your hard drives or on your phones. Because nowadays people are using phones to record music now. They ain't even going into studios no more, bro. It's like that's a waste of time.
And money.
The new age, bro. Yeah, they rather do fucking something in their car. Your car is a booth. If you got what is that called? A microphone that's portable. Well, you can record in your car.
Because at this time, it ain't about getting your shit so crispy with Def Jam or somebody hear you, nigga. You can record a catchy song and a TikTok influencer do it on a video. Next thing you know, you platinum.
Yep, that's it, bro. Like, and I'm only speaking on this because that's not new age shit. People been doing this for a few years now, but they're just not speaking about it because it's easy. All you gotta do is record your vocals, send them out to an engineer, they'll edit that shit.
I can't think about it. That's probably how a lot of people were incarcerated. You know, like Lab D, when he was incarcerated, because I noticed he was dropping some of the most illest. No disrespect. MAJ disses from jail though. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And it sounded crisp. I was like, damn.
How is this even possible? But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, man. It's like, yeah, man. Like, there's a new way of form of doing things nowadays, bro. And, this whole thing about meet me at this and meet me at here, that's all good, but you know what I mean? You got to think a little bit forward now. If you can make music and you can write to it so easily and so gifted, you don't need to step in the studio, bro. You got your shit right here in your vehicle. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's it, bro. I mean, talking on the topic that we was, not trying to go off.
Pivot.
We've been doing this shit for years. And I'm glad we hooked up with each other, bro. Like I said from the gate, it was a dope ass concept and thought about doing the compilation. We was in it deep. I had dope ass covers I posted once in a while just to remind motherfuckers that, you know what I mean, this is what it is, and we can still do it. You know what I mean? We still have that push. A lot of artists, older and new, are trying to rock with us even harder because they see that, hey, if we would have started from the beginning with the Compass period, I think we would have been in a different state, mentally and physically, with this music, instead of being mad at these other sites talking about how come they charging me, well, in the fact we should have been charging other motherfuckers to get on instead of the Bay Area. You know what I mean? Where if we would have elevated ourselves and kind of pushed, we would have been in a different cycle with these other cats, because a lot like people say, they come and look at the Bay Area for game. You feel me? So
nah, I mean, look, it the best way that I intend on saying it is like this. You said, not to get off topic, but I can actually intertwine what we was just talking about and what you just said now, in the sense of, like I said earlier, when they play this back, I prayed to the God that I pray to, you know what I'm saying, that if you send me a platform, I'm gonna go hard for that platform. You know what I'm saying? Because we living in this day and age where I already knew from the gate. This is one thing I did know. I don't need Def Jam. I don't need Interscope. I don't need this, because at that point, in this day and age, they're signing you when you done already done the groundwork. So now you bring in notoriety to their shit. Now, it used to be, if you was a nobody, you had no way of touching and reaching thousands, millions, billions of people. Then signing to a label would make sense, even though the advance money you got, you owe them, among other things. But so I said the first platform, not the first platform, but a platform that I can trust, that starts promoting my music. This was about, at least about 8 to 9 years, 8 years ago. That I go hard for that platform. Meaning, not only am I gonna send my music, I'm gonna come up with ideas. I'm gonna study what the other sides do, only to know what they're not doing, and then bring it home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bring it to the compass. So, the compilations, all of the music, and I'm even going into film, the short film, you know what I'm saying? I would love to be
Yeah.
able
Yeah. Yeah.
to have, you know, you know, Bay Area Compass films pop up, before the film starts on a lot of them. And
Yeah.
I've been talking to HD too, and I told him the script, you know what I mean, and he liked it so much, because I wanted to see if I can license some of his music for the soundtrack, and he was like, he was
Yeah.
down, you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
So that's
Yeah.
just my
And
way.
that's how you build it.
Exactly, because and in the way where he related was like I was telling him, I'm like, nigga, when I seen Black Panther, and at the end where they supposed to be in Oakland when kids is playing basketball, no disrespect, but they was playing a MAJ song. That's not a Bay Area song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like,
I
you
know.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like,
Yeah.
what it would be so Bay Area if a lot of these people that come out here and shoot Bay music, I mean Bay movies, would actually put some real Bay Area artists on the soundtrack other than the ones that are already kind of known. It's not like I don't want them to get more
Right.
shine, but what I mean, play some HD, play some Little Blood or something. You know what I mean? Because then that would let people know in the Bay, okay, this is a real Bay Area movie. You know what I mean? They only go out
Yeah.
to the Titans when they shoot in the Bay, to the Fabs, you know what I mean, to the Burners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Right.
so that's where Ace was like, yeah, you got a point. So Bay Area
Right.
Compass and doing that project with not Bareface. It's gonna be a 15-minute short film, but it will be the start to a lot, and I already got my second one wrote too. You know what I mean? And
Right.
if you don't know what that's about, it's just to tell you what it's about. Just in one sentence, it's about four undriven friends preparing for a new day, unbeknownst to the twist before night. That's just what it's about. Short film,
Okay.
just like that.
Yeah.
But
See?
the twist that happens, you know, when we get off the phone, I'm gonna tell you, what the twist is, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, we need to do that. The only thing that really
Right.
plays me, brother, is like, you know, I be having so many ideas, and it seems like I only make and stay true to my ideas when bad shit happen, when I lose something, or I go through something, and I'm just trying to my podcast is about trying to help me build the mentality to always want to build and do, even when things are going good. I shouldn't wait until I feel like my back is against the wall to start. You know what I mean? Okay, because that's what makes me come up with my best ideas. When I'm sitting there and I can't put out no music, I say, damn, you know what would be a dope ass idea? Putting out a compilation of the copies. Ain't nobody doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or
Yeah.
if I can't do my movie, I say, you know what? I like No Jumper and I like this shit, but I feel like I could do that shit better. Ain't nobody doing that in the Bay Area. But I want to be able to
Right.
have that mentality as also as I'm doing good. I shouldn't wait till bad shit happens to want to carry out some, dope things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, you should. Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, truthfully, man, with this COVID stuff and everything going on in the world, I think a lot of people are sleeping still, man. They'd rather be watching instead of creating. You know what I mean? Where other cats is creating music and have albums sitting that they're ready to release. I just think, man, these music and albums should be EPs now, bro. Because with so much stuff that's going on in the world, people want to listen and they listen right away. And there's those that provide that for the people. But imagine if you take like a 12-track EP, album, and make it into like a three group EP. And you can keep that money continuing to flow, and every 3 months you have something brand new.
See, that's what you call education at its finest.
Yeah.
And that's what this podcast is about.
For real, bro. Like, man, and you got to keep your brand, your creations fresh, bro. And you keep seeing it on these cats that are doing these broadcasts and these podcasts and these blog sites that are like releasing every day. But that's why I had to switch mine up as a compass. I was like, man, I'm dropping music every 3 to 4 days, maybe 5 days, and letting that song kind of shine. But I started realizing, I was like, what would happen if we dropped every day? So now I'm dropping in the AM and in the PM. and it's going crazy, but the return on that's been amazing. And it's been uplifting a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of video authors been hitting me and they're saying, hey, man, they're reaching out. Be like, I see what you're doing. I need my videos on the compass. And boom, we on it. You know what I mean? So at the same time, we're all still kind of building. We're all still trying to help each other out, but we're here to help. And I only can stress that the most, bro. And you know how it is. I respond to DMs. I respond to the voice chats. I respond to anything possible nowadays, bro. Because
All facts.
tomorrow's not promised. Yeah, tomorrow's not promised, bro. So don't sit on your stuff. Get it out there to be heard. And that's all I can say. I can end it with that.
Yes, sir. So look, this is what we're gonna do. Once again, just because I love showing love to the people that sponsor me, it's my job to sponsor them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So thank you to BayAreaCompass. Also, Gamed Up Apparel. You can find them at Gamed Up
Hell
Apparel,
yeah.
at Instagram. You know, they're my family too. And it's all about just coming together, you know, like a coalition. You know, we comrades. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We men of honor. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
And the more I get into it,
Uh-huh.
you know, the more I have you on a podcast, we're gonna talk about definitely things more entertaining. But I have a lot of entertaining things,
Mm-hmm.
movie reviews already. So I'm like, you know, with my next few guests, you know, I'm gonna talk distribution and marketing and politics. So we're gonna keep it lit, man. Merry Christmas,
Hell
though,
yeah.
Lex.
Yeah,
Really
man. Let me know.
appreciate you, dog.
Merry Christmas, bro. Hell
All
yeah,
right,
bro.
man.
Likewise, man. Happy holidays, man. Christmas, man. And, man,
Yes,
take care.
sir.
Take care of the fam, bro. It's
Until next
important.
time.
For sure.